future millionaires.
And come get rich with us. You gon' eat or you gon' starve.
What's up, y'all? It's the T of the Future Millionaires. Guess who's back?
Jess.
So, cuz, what's the topic for today?
The topic is word on the street.
Ooh, what's the word on the street? What happened?
Because I hear the streets been talking. The streets been saying Jess and Meesha got some beef. Future millionaires ain't future millionaires. So what? They ain't even talking.
What? Baby
That's what the
girl.
word on the street is. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's go. So,
You
get
ain't know
the word on the street.
you ain't know I've been beefing with you.
No.
Hey everybody, I'm gonna let y'all know this the last that you're gonna see of Jess and Meesha. The hell if we cousins. The hell if we talk every day. But from what y'all say, Jess been MIA because Jess don't get on social media. But Jess is really out here getting this bag.
She getting that bag, y'all. Cuz, tell them what you been doing for real.
So, Jess is doing real estate and I also do personal credit restoration. So, with that being said, it got to take a little time back. But before I even got into this for real, Jess wasn't really on social media like that. It was always my cousin. However, since y'all don't see me and I see all the friend requests that are coming through, I just got to let it be known.
Well,
We still talk behind the scenes.
every day, all day, and we might be talking about you.
Nah, we ain't talking about you. We ain't talking about y'all because I know that's in the groups. However, we not talking about y'all, but we do be talking about some positive shit. We talk about some motivation. That's my motivation partner. You know what I'm saying? So we leveling up. We leveling up due to the fact we coming out the pop-up shop world. We going on to bigger and better things. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we just have to do what we do, but it's not going to be a separation of Jess and Meesh.
Yeah, we doing some big and better things. You might see us in the city coming near you pretty soon. You never know. But cuz that's the way I'm starting to see some of them just think. Like if they don't see people talking, or it gotta always be negative, but it ain't always negative. It could be something you was doing in real estate. I'm taking classes. You doing this. I'm doing that. And I think they don't think we got a personal life like outside of there. They think we just on social media all day.
Nah, we got more than social media to our name. But I always say that I ain't gonna be. Social media is just not the only thing to our name, and we actually trying to build and become better. And the reason why I say that, and that's not to throw shade on anybody. This pandemic, let me get 100% transparent with y'all. Ain't that your word?
Yes, transparent, please.
Let me get 100% transparent with y'all. The pandemic, if nobody say they didn't go through nothing through the pandemic, they a lie. They're a foolish lie. And the reason why I say that, it got us to sit back and we had to do self-evaluation. With us doing pop-up shops last year, we took a loss trying to satisfy everybody. And the reason why we say we took a loss, we kept coming out of pocket. A lot of people think pop-up shop hosts are pocketing the money because you give them $45, $50. You feel like that's going to pay our bills. However, it don't. But with that being said, we took a loss. So we had to go back to the drawing board of what we're going to do to actually get out here, because it's our passion to actually help people and see people want to win. So therefore, we had to go onto a bigger platform. Does not mean it's no Jess and Meesh. No Meesh and Jess.
But you was talking about during the pandemic.
Yeah. Like if anybody can't say they didn't go through nothing, they are a lie. And if that didn't make you want to sit back and actually give yourself a self-evaluation to make sure that you'll be straight no matter what the situation comes, hey, we not on the same level.
That's not your target audience.
Definitely not your target audience. However, you know what I'm saying? With us, it was like, okay, we got to make sure we secure. We got kids, we got families, we got to do what we got to do. So with that also being said, it's a lot that people might feel like we acting funny. We're not acting funny. We just have to get out of the mindset of not wanting to level up, which is fine. We can talk to y'all. Hey, how you doing? You know what I'm saying? But one thing I also learned is everyone is not going to get with you to the finish line. You're going to get
Oh,
to the finish
definitely
line.
not.
Everyone is not going to get to the top level with you to the finish line. No matter if I want my friend to go, hey, it is what it is. It's okay. It's just
So,
business.
what's your thoughts of last year? Like a recap, because we know we spent out a lot of money, but I just feel like a lot of ungratefulness was pushed our way. Like I really do. I think it's a lot of people was ungrateful. You got half of the people that's really grateful that really reach out and really. I said that last night on the live. That's sincere. Like really check on us. Like y'all good, y'all okay. But what about that other half that just ungrateful? You know, we hear stuff people talking. I don't even care if you talk about me. You don't gotta like me. You just gotta respect me. That's all
Basically.
I ask. But what about like last year? I just sat back and like we talk about that, like reflecting on that. Like we spent a lot of money last year, a lot.
We did. We spent a lot of money. I can honestly say last year showed us growth. Um, we met some amazing people. We met some very dope people. We came, you know what I'm saying? We built connections, we built bonds. But, you know, it's some, like you said, who have checked. It's a lot that check on me, especially with me not being on social media. So I could definitely say that. And we also lost some coming into 2022, which is okay as well. But it doesn't change like who we are. I think that we had a amazing year just from us getting out there. I see the growth in my cousin. Um, Shout out to you. You are the level-headed one now.
You know what? I really don't think at times like I think I overthink stuff. Like with these people, I said it last night. I be reading into social media too much with these people, like, and that's why I be telling you, like, I will unfriend them because I hate to see it. Because I just be like wanting to be like, yo, like, what's your problem? But I don't want to be like a troublemaker asking them because now I realize they're not adults. Because an adult will talk to you like, what's up, like we can sit down and talk. Nobody ever want to talk like we like a bully. I feel like they think I'm like trying to bully them or somebody speaking my mind. You just want me sit in a corner and just let you do it to me? Like, why can't you talk to me as an adult? Like, I write you and I'm writing you to say, hey, can we talk? But it's like everybody going shell mode, like, oh, Misha's a bully, da 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 da. Like, I'm just gonna tell you how I feel, and then you can tell me how you feel.
I think for the most part, I think they feel like maybe we come off aggressive because, as people say, the northern people do have a tend to come off more aggressive. A lot of people feel like I got an attitude or something because I just be chilling. It don't be nothing wrong with me. I just be chilling. So I think it's more or less they might feel like, okay, you coming off aggressive. But I mean, it's nothing that we could change about that. You can't change who you are. And either a person has to sit there and get to know you versus what they hear from somebody who might feel like they don't like you. So, I mean, people just have to actually really like grow up. It's okay to have conversations. It's okay to have debates. But communication is the key.
So when I say I want to talk to somebody, they run. Like, what are they running from? It's nothing to run from me about. Like, I'm not going to do anything to you. I just want to talk to you. And what am I going to do over the phone? Jump through the phone? Like, ah. Like, I'm not that type of person because I just want to talk to you, get a better understanding of what you're trying to say. Like, nobody, like, even like, last year just reflecting on people, they just be like, oh well, Misha just have this nonchalant. Like, I'm not the pacifier. Like, I ain't gonna pacify you like, girl, no. I'm gonna be like, level up, let's go. Like, come on, we gotta come on, we gotta catch this train, we gotta go.
Everybody can't take that tough love.
Well, what you want me to do? Be like, okay, baby,
And that's
it's gonna
why
be
and
okay.
that's the difference between us. Because you're gonna be like, hey, suck it up, let's keep going. And then they'll be like, well, Jess, and I'll be like, oh, come on. But see, now
The rules have turned.
the tables have definitely turned. I'm gonna be like, hey, let's get it. Toughen up. I got 3 boys, so I don't even understand how I could actually be that nurturing. But in the long run, I always take the time to. I guess I just have like that little. Oh, it's okay. Them days over.
Sorry, y'all. She said them days over. So, cuz, how are you getting your target audience? Like, cuz you don't use social media that much. So, like, what are some things like that you doing to like prepare for your target audience?
Actually, word of mouth. Word of mouth. A lot of people need to understand. A lot of business owners need to understand. It's communication. You can have a whole conversation with somebody, and I could sell you this bottle of water, and I'm talking, telling you about it. Long as you know your product, you stand on your product, and you could sell that. I could sell you this bottle of water, and then turn around and sell the same person the next bottle of water. Now, whatever y'all do after I get my money, hey, that's on y'all, because whoever gonna fight over that water gonna get that water. But it's actually just like word of mouth. If you make sure that you stay on top with the people, you get them people what you need. All my clients, it's like they just sending. I don't even have to do nothing. It just comes to me. And a lot of my target audience, I at first I thought I was gonna have to get out on social media and actually like put it out there, but I'm like, the target audience I have on social media is it's just not for it's not for me to grow. And when I say that is because it goes back to what you say, my price is my price. Because I know what I can bring to the table, I know what I could do. So therefore I can't take no more losses.
That's why I'm at this point, having a like website and stuff like that, like is no more. Like, it was funny last night because somebody texted me and they was asking me like about a grant, and it went straight to like a generic message like, please reach out and contact, like, and I'm serious. Like, I just feel like this first little quarter I like took losses, like helping people with stuff, and then like sitting back and reflecting on other people saying like, you stupid as hell. Like, these people just got over. Like, they just got over. They walking away with stuff, and they like, what are you any value to somebody? And they like, I don't give a damn if 10 people. And they was like, social media not your audience because they can't afford it. They don't. Some of these people don't have it. Some of them don't want it. Some of them, they want to do other things. But then you see people that give people like 8 to 10,000 just in a Facebook group that they don't even know. Even like promotion wise, they go to these groups because the person may look pretty. Like, you see a group and a person may look pretty, but then you got me and you got real life people that want to do something. We got a group, y'all don't even say 10 words.
I think it's more or less of the fact they're like, okay, I know Jess and Meesha are just some genuine people, so therefore I can tell them anything and I'm gonna get by. So go back to, like you say, with the whole social media market. It's some good people out there who genuinely want the help, who you know what I'm saying, they have situations, that's cool. But if you can be completely transparent up front, I could definitely respect you more. But then when I see you trying to get over, then it's like I can't even fool with you because you're not gonna waste my time or my energy. This just how it gotta be. But you can't feel like I told you yesterday, you can't feel like you took a loss. You know what I'm saying? You put yourself out there, you tried to help people in this first quarter, but now you know it's 2, 3, 4 is all gas, no brakes.
Yeah, because it's like, even like we see it every day. You see some people like that do, like we was talking about this morning. A pop up shop is like $450. Like 40 some people pay. But we doing $85 to $100 on something. It's like, I don't want to pay. And it goes back to even like we was talking about like the networking event. I want people to understand the networking event is not just for Meesha and Jess to pocket something, because we still got to pay for a venue. We need a mic. So we got to pay for a DJ. You want to have some music on. We got to pay for a photographer. And then the food. You cook the food. And I'm like, we didn't pocket anything off of that. So I'm just like, why do you think that you should have to be able to come to an event for free?
Because they used to Future Millionaires taking it, giving it, um, and running with it. One thing I could actually say, learning from mom and pops, especially mom, getting on us, we giving away too much shit. That's her exact words. That's
Right.
it. You giving away too much shit. Stop it. And she kept telling us to stop. But what we do? Oh, we're gonna give out swag bag. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. And people don't understand. Like, we don't pocket no money. We come out more each event out our pocket than what we do. Why? Because we want everyone to have an experience. We want y'all to be able, when you post, when you see those Facebook memories, you could be like, oh, I had a dope time. But we also see the people where you said our prices was too high. You go somewhere else, you're paying $35. You got to bring your own table. You got to bring your chairs. And then you come back and tell us they didn't have no DJ. They didn't have photographer.
Pictures too dark.
No decorations. We just sat there. And you know what we say? Okay.
And that's like a reflection of them also. But I was reading a thing. A girl was having a brunch, and she was charging. I was looking at that, and I seen a lot of vendors we done been with. She did swag bags. Now the swag bags itself, she was charging $75 just to put your card inside of that swag bag. They didn't even know, like, she didn't have any memories like we had or nothing. But everybody was under there like, oh, I want to join it. I want to get on the swag bag. I want to be sponsored for this. But I'm like, we was giving it to you for free. And it's so hard. Like, it really bothers me with people that's like that. You can get somebody else because the theme to them might sound good. But you could put something in there and how you know that this is going to be successful. But you able to give 75. I done seen people on people comments, they doing swag bags for 50. I seen a girl doing it for 100. Like, I see y'all under interested. But when we doing something, it's like, oh, let me just scroll, or it's always.
I'm waiting till they drop their prices.
Even with the brunch, that was to network. That wasn't just to be hanging out, partying like we used to do. This was under structure. Everybody wore their clothes. Everybody came out. Everybody talked. Everybody mingled. It was a good event. But I'm just like, oh no, I'm going to a pop-up shop today. To say what when you leave, because you going to complain either way.
Exactly. I feel like we just can't, you know what I'm saying? We have learned you can't make everybody happy, and I'm okay with that. Long as I know at the end of the day I did what I had to do, the goals that I set for myself, I'm good. My kids straight. I could call, check on y'all, make sure y'all straight. I'm good. Ain't nothing else I need to worry about.
So, cuz, what do you think about all this, like, in these groups with, like, the vendors versus hosts? Like, what are your thoughts on, like, that topic?
Honestly, I just scroll by because I just think that the admins in these groups that let it just go on and the bashing people on social media, it's just not cool. Like, it's sad. It's really sad. It's sad as African American women to get on there and just downplay another person just because you feel like you were not successful. So instead of you stepping back and asking yourself, well, what did I do to fail? You just want to take and put the blame on somebody else. And that go back to the conversation, like, in the group that we had, the group called at the Zoom we had the other night. That whole group, nothing but positive energy. We could come and you could take accountability for if a person felt some type of way, and it was okay. Why? Because that was grown women conversation.
Right.
You could definitely take that accountability for it. And it's okay, like, get you somebody, like, accountability partner. My cousin, my accountability partner, right. She'll tell me, hey, Jess, look, you messing up. And I could come to her and tell her she messing up. But it'll never go to social media. Yeah,
but that's what I'm saying. A lot of these people, if things don't go their way, they get upset, and the first thing, like, instead of trying to talk to the person and say, hey, like, even like at the end of events, we hope everybody enjoy. If you got suggestions, like, we've talked to people, we've had conversations with people and they didn't agree with what we did, but it was a conclusion. It never got to the point to go to social media because we reached out to them. But sometimes you do got hosts that this is not they genuine. They doing it because either they've came to our events and see us doing it, but nobody knows really the behind the scenes of what you got to do, because there's a lot, because you dealing with, if you got 50 vendors, you dealing with 50 different personalities, so you don't know out of all 50, what you get ready to run into.
Exactly.
And nobody, I noticed that because sometimes we didn't even do it. Nobody really investigate people business. Like we don't. You just like, okay, well, do we got this? And we like, no. Then we bring that person in, and that person, and you could go probably like now. I know to like go in and type their name in these groups to see how if they got something with them. But some people just trying to fill a room.
Exactly. They're not genuine about it, like you said, which is very sad, and that's what's really making the pop up shop world saturated, where a lot of vendors don't want to vend. They're like,
or they say, I'm not paying no more than $50, or I'm not doing this, or why should I have to pay $100? Because I hear that a lot. People like, well, why I gotta pay $100? Because I went to Keisha across the street and she said $30, or she said, oh, I can vend for 6 months for $50. Like, and it's just like, it's not fair to other people that's hoes. Because you do got some people that like you could tell like they're trying, but then you got a bunch of people that just see people like us doing it, or somebody else that when they like, ooh, they're counting the tables and the money on each table. They not counting what that person spent out, what that person is doing. So they just count tables.
they're doing that, and then a lot of people probably feel like, look at them, they always got shoes or something like that on. So it's more of a materialistic thing, not knowing we got 9 to 5s every day.
Yeah, and that's what we spend our money on, the money that we work for. And I think I was telling somebody that today. I said, it ain't like that money that come from there is doing anything, because you still got to pay out people. Like we talked about on that group call, the venue is what costs the most.
Exactly.
And the venues that went up, so it's like, well, I'm only giving you $50. You know, you're going to have 60 people there, so I'm going to give you 50. That's all I can afford. So it's like, or I've seen people like, I was looking at, I can't even think who it was, but I was looking at somebody's page. And they had like, they was at a celebrities pop-up shop. Like, in there, and they like, yeah, because I went to da-da-da-da. And I'm like, that's a celebrity. Of course people will go there because they're a celebrity. But I'm pretty sure you paid them top dollar to actually do it. And even with us, like, bringing a celebrity out, don't nobody still want to pay nothing.
That's why we had to get away from it and just go on to bigger and better platforms, which is okay. I'm good with it. You good with it?
I'm good with it. I mean, it's like now you just starting to meet people that's some big dogs, and they really like able to give you some insight on what's really going on, like in the world. And there's way more stuff out here to do. Like, you can do a lot of different stuff in this 49 states more that you can go to. I mean,
Exactly.
like, we can go other places. We not limited to staying here.
Definitely not.
I mean, people here, everybody, you hear people say like, I ain't doing pop-up shops no more. Like, people,
which is sad, because a lot of these people are dependent on pop-up shops. That's their income.
Right.
That's their income. And the way how the pop-up shop world is, it's sad. You know what I'm saying? That how people make it who's not really into it. Their heart is not into it.
Yeah, because I remember last year it wasn't even this bad. Like, the last couple of months, it's been like bad. And it's just like some people, like, I'm listening now to more people like talk and get out there and say, like, people really be dealing with some stuff. Like, you don't know what somebody's dealing with, then you come in with the bashing. I just say, like you say, sit down and talk to the person. You don't got to run to social media about anything, or you don't got to tell your homegirl that's going to be the co-signer and write it for you. Like, just tell a person, like, hey, can I talk to you just on an adult level? But a lot of people don't want to face it. They want to tell somebody else. And they always, you notice that, like, I looked at it yesterday, and all of them last couple posts I looked at, I want no men on there talking.
No, because men don't have time for it. Men gonna do what they got to do.
They gonna come to an event. If they make some money, they make some. If they don't, they don't. They keep it moving. But it's like all these women, it's like everybody crying about something. Like, you did the event, and like I had seen somebody was like, nobody put a gun up to nobody here and told you gotta go. Nobody didn't tell you gotta go.
Exactly.
Do your research on the host. Like, look at their social media, see if they ain't posting nothing about the event. Why would you think that it's going to be successful? Because if you don't see it on Instagram or on Facebook, or they don't got an ad, how did you find them?
Exactly.
And that's why I think it lies with like a lot of problems. People just not researching. They just like, oh, the first thing, it looks nice. It look like we get ready to have a good time. but they only seen that flyer.
That's true. I think a lot of the groups is just like you said, they don't do the research. Like me and you was talking yesterday. You just comment up on anything. Everybody interested. Everybody interested. You
That's
just
what I'm
comment
saying.
anything.
Like, interesting.
Interested.
You want to be a dentist tomorrow? Interested.
These Facebook groups are some of these Facebook groups are setting these people up for hopes and dreams. Okay.
You want to be a realtor tomorrow?
Hey, they just telling people you could get 5,000 tomorrow, 50K interested. They sitting there telling them they could be a real estate tomorrow interested. I mean, we got to stop. Like, we honestly do your research. Just pay attention. It's okay to ask questions, even though, you know what I'm saying, even though we might be coming, like, stepping back from the pop-up and going somewhere else. Reach out to us. It's okay.
Oh,
Hey.
we charging a fee though. It's a fee. It's definitely a fee. If you want us to mentor you, this is definitely we will mentor them. Like on the back end, front end, side end. We'll even come and host the event for you. Like,
I mean,
seriously.
even if you feel like, you know, some people might be new coming out and you want to ask some questions.
You after you book a consult, you can. That's when you can come ask some questions. But no, we will, like, you know.
Yeah,
if
we'll
it-
just give you a little insight. You know what I'm saying? It's okay. Ask questions. A
What
lot of
is
people
some
not ask
insight
questions.
that you would give somebody that's like a new pop-up shop host? Like, what was something that if you said, and we had a new, and I was hoping we got like somebody, the next one, I'm going to try to get us somebody that's like new. That like, what advice would you give them? Like before, they fresh. They fresh meat. They ain't never did it before.
Number one rule, organization. With me, cause see, we had different roles. You was the hype man. I was always behind the scenes. So with myself, organization. We have went to pop-ups where it was.
You didn't know who the host was.
No, you didn't know who the host was. It was unorganized. Like, just understand. This is something that you stepping out in a role that you want to do. So therefore, make it your first impression is your best impression. I could always say that. So for myself, being with the administrative part, it was organization, knowing how to talk to people. We get a lot of people that might come to us and say, "Well, I said something to this person and it went haywire." Just know how to talk to people. You got to know how to deal. It's customer service. If you ain't got that customer service, then guess what? That ain't for you, baby girl, baby boy. It's not for you. So I would definitely say, like, you got to sit back and self-reflect if you able to handle it. It's gonna be pressure. It's gonna be people calling you. It's gonna be people ask you questions. It might be some crazy questions. Can you bring me a tablecloth? You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. But you can't get upset with it and want to take it left. You just gotta it's relax. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? Just step out there on faith, because a lot of these people, they ready.
One thing that I would say is, like you say, organization, being organized, like, really plays an important part. But also, like, do some, like, research. Look at other people and, like, some different things. And I think themes work, too. Because a lot of people like themes because they look forward, whether they got to dress up like we did Halloween, like whether they got to do something, going back to the 80s, like make something to make the person want to come out. Just don't just like, oh, this is a spring or summer pop-up shop. Like, no, like make it a theme. Like, think of something like a theme. Like, just saying, oh, this is a spring. We've never done nothing like that. It's always been theme related.
I think they could go to, like you said, do research. Just look back on the hosts who actually have recaps. Look and see what they have done, and what you're gonna bring out the box that's gonna be different to make people want to actually be a vendor at your pop up. You got to you got to come strong now. With this pop up shop, where you have to come strong or don't come at all.
I've seen, like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I've seen some good, like, I can only name about two or three, like, themes that I'm like, oh, I'll go here. Like, if I was a vendor, I'd be like, yeah, I definitely go and I'll do some, like, with them. Like, Charlene is one that actually do things. Like I be like she at the Mardi Gras. I like stuff like that because it draw people to, and she get dressed like she be, and I like her because she'll get on the line and just be talking and singing. Like you got a person that's like us, and I remember when she first started. She came to me. That's how we became friends. She didn't even know who I was. She just seen our flyers and stuff, and she reached out to me, and she was a genuine person. Always, you know, she always come to our events when she ain't doing them. We go to hers. But I'm just saying, like, and another person that I like they brilliant idea, and I wish like maybe you could reach out to her and get her like to come on, Ashley Nicole. You could reach out because she be having some dope ideas like Winter Wonderland. And the one she get ready to do the carnival, we did that. But she like it pops. So you really gotta give, like I can give people credit. Like people might not rock with the person. I can give a person credit if I see something that I like. And I be seeing stuff with certain people that I like. I like to see people think outside the box. Like every event that we've had, I see it's trending and everybody else is doing it. But when we was doing it, nobody was doing it. Now, I know I done seen like 3 sneaker gala things, but they're after hours. But before that, I never seen nobody doing a sneaker gala pop-up shop.
You're right.
So it's just like, you know, I'd rather like sit down with people and get them on here like to get their insight because they got some ideas for themselves.
Then the way how some of these people are, you can give them an idea and baby, they nasty, they mad, because you want to give them an idea to help them better themselves. But you know, that's another topic.
But why? Why are you mad about something that you clearly need help with? Like, I don't understand. Like, as a host, why are you upset? Because somebody you asked me. I didn't ask. I ain't come looking for you. Because half of the time, you don't even see them people's stuff because of the way Facebook's set up. So when I do see it, and then I'm like trying to give you some advice because you came to me and asked me for it, and you get mad, why?
Go back to what we say. You have to separate the grown people from the children. And myself personally, I ain't got good patience. So I ain't even finna play with you.
Yeah, like it's just like...
I'm not finna entertain it. I'm finna just, hey... And if you keep talking crazy to me, then I be the type to say, hey, what's your address?
Oh, my God. Not the what's your address.
And I mean, I'm just coming out. That's the most humblest thing I could say to you.
What's your address?
Yeah.
I mean, and it's totally understandable, but I just be trying to understand, when do we grow up? Like, are we 50? Are we 60? Like, when do we grow up?
That's the point. I just see that. I see that a lot down here. Like, I actually see that a lot. Like, coming from New York, in the Bronx, you walk past people. I wish I would go back up to the Bronx and walk past somebody and say, hey, how you doing? Man, you even get punched in your face or whatever. I mean, that's just how it is. But it's like, you could come to a person that's up north and, you know what I'm saying, you could come branch your ideas. Y'all could sit down and talk about your ideas. And they're going to give ideas back and forth. Down here, it's just like, a person feel like, oh, they trying to tell me how to run my stuff. And in reality, after they sit and think about it, they be like, oh, the same. I could be like, oh, cuz I think you need to get this in purple. You going to turn around, I don't want that in purple. You gonna turn around, I see you 2 weeks later, you got the whole thing in purple. I'll be like, well, okay, you got it. You know what I'm saying? Versus just saying, thank you, I think that worked good for me. Communication. It go back to what I say, communication. A lot of people don't know how to talk. They don't know how to use their words, and they just keep it bottled up versus just expressing yourself. It's okay. Just express yourself.
But that's the whole thing with them. Some of them I think just don't see outside the box, and I ain't gonna like this person because this person did this to me and this person did that to me, or why? Like why? Like it, and this is like why? This is like why? Future Millionaires have never did nothing to anybody or anything for anybody at all. Like, we always, like, the type of people, like, I always been the transparent one. So, it's never going to change. Like, I'm just going to tell you, like, somebody, reached out to me today, and they called my business phone. And I politely asked them. I said, I know they on Facebook because they always like and stuff. I said, today's Saturday, right? And they said, yeah. I said, okay. I work Monday through Friday, right? Yeah. Did we have a consult booked or anything? Because I ain't have it in my book. I had one, two at first, but then it went down to one. Nah. Okay, so how can I help you? Because today is my off day from this. Oh, well, I want to get some insight on, can you tell me how to structure my business?
No respect. A lot of people think that.
Where you get my number from? Oh, I seen it on an old flyer. So it was okay for you just to call because you seen it on a flyer.
No respect. I think a lot of people think maybe we don't have children. Maybe we don't have lives outside of this. You know what I'm saying? So they feel like I could just call them anytime. I had somebody call me at 12 o'clock at night.
To say what? What do you want?
Hey, I couldn't even answer because, boy, I was about to get choke slammed out. So you know what? It's boundaries to it. It's no respect. They feel like it's a small business. So maybe they feel like I could just call at any time. But you can't call
Walmart.
Macy's. You can't call Nike, Walmart. They got business hours. So maybe they feel like maybe I need to put my name as Jessica Denise Walmart. You know what I'm saying? So you can understand it's business hours. It's a level of respect, but they don't. Sorry. Cause.
And the same thing, like, even if you don't respond to them or you say, hey, I can't do this. And I'm like, everybody has as an entrepreneur, we all should have calendars. And I try to tell people, like, just because you signed up with me yesterday and I send you all the documents and you get them back to me, you like, oh yeah, what's the next available date? It's next week. No. When I book stuff with my mentor, sometimes they don't talk to me for a month because they already got stuff locked in. And then when you tell them, like, no, I can't do this. Like, prime example, I was telling somebody today, I was like, yeah, they was like, well, you said that this, and this could happen if I did this. And I was like, well, good morning. My prices, yeah, I said my prices I said effective yesterday, my prices have changed. So if you didn't get it when I told you to get it, it's too late. Oh, well, I think that I should be honored that. No, you shouldn't, because if something was on sale at Walmart yesterday and you went back today and got it and the price went up $500 to $600, what would you do then? You did it.
Exactly. And then a lot of them is like, well, I'm going to just call it anytime. Like we was talking this morning. I'm thinking it's you texting me. Somebody else. To talk to me about nothing. Absolutely nothing. And then what I said, hey, I'm writing my affirmations. I'm in my journal. That a person got to take time for their soul. What they do? I said, listen, I only looked at the phone because I really thought it was my cousin because we talk at certain times. I said, but however, since you didn't care, what you need? And what did they need? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. I don't care what the next person doing because it ain't putting no money in my pocket. So why am I sitting here conversating with you about what somebody doing or what somebody did last night? It didn't bring no money to me. It didn't put no money in my account. So what we talking about it for?
And what they say?
They just kept talking. Nah, they kept talking. So I was like, you know what? Obviously you didn't hear me. So let me just hang this phone up on you. Click.
So, cuz, what are your thoughts? Last question for us before we wrap this up. What are your thoughts about us when we telling them that they gotta pay to come on the podcast?
Man, we finna get talked about. Oh, it's all right. You know what I'm saying? Why I gotta do this? I've been rocking with y'all since the beginning, and it's gonna come with, I'm going through something, and I just don't know. But it go back to what you say on your live. You got to make sacrifices. If I know I want something, then guess what?
I'm gonna eat some noodles.
You gonna eat some
I'm
shit?
gonna
I'm
eat
gonna eat some rice. It's okay. You know what I'm saying? If I want it that bad, I'm gonna actually reach out for what I want. You got to invest in yourself. I think a lot of people think since we have knowledge in different things, we got it for free.
Right, but it don't.
Did you get your business credit for free?
I
didn't get my personal credit for free.
I'm still paying.
Me too. So you know what I'm saying? They don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? If I could take the time out and invest in myself because I want to see myself at a certain goal, certain level, like I have those goals and those levels, it is what it is. So if somebody say, hey, I want to come and be on a podcast, okay, well, it's $20, $50. You gonna give me every excuse in the book versus why
you don't want to pay $20.
Why you don't want to pay it and why I should let you come on here. Let's make it make sense because something not adding up.
But then you see them somewhere else parties.
Yeah.
$20.
Like we had a couple of people. Oh, I can't make it to the pop-up. I need my money back because I had death in the family. You was at? Oh yeah, that was a old. I was at the club the other time. Like, come on, let's be real.
Right.
So I don't understand. If I come to them and I say, hey, can I get this from you? And you tell me a certain price. Oh, my prices went up. And I say, you know what, girl, I ain't got it. Or look out for me. I think I should get this because I've been rocking with you from the beginning. You going to look at me like I'm damn crazy.
Be like, okay, well, pay that invoice so I'm going to cancel it.
Exactly. They're going to say, oh, you won't get this. So I don't understand why is it. I guess people feel like they got it. They got it, so let me do it for free. Even with
giving them a payment plan. Sometimes they don't even want to pay for that. They just want to owe at the last minute. Like, oh yeah, it might get cheaper than that. This year it ain't getting no cheaper. I mean, either you gonna pay for it, or we just not gonna be doing no business. Like I done gave them free gyms. I done gave them what they need to do. At this point, if you want to seek my services, you got to pay for it. Like I was telling you, I was talking to somebody. They was saying like a consultation they charge $150. You ain't even talking to them. Like they ain't give you 5 minutes.
Pops, we need to talk about that. We got to get on the ball because son ain't right. We taking that L.
Yeah, like it's a true fact. Like it's a true fact, and like seeing other people, if they can do it, we can do it. It's just like now getting outside of this territory that we in a group of people. I'm definitely like, I'm gonna start deleting some people, and it ain't personal because it's definitely not personal. It's more business. I need to open this up for people that need my services, not people that just want to look and just want to watch. So I'm telling you now, if you wake up tomorrow and you ain't my friend no more, trust me, it ain't personal. It's business. And that's the end of it. Like, and we are charging to come on to the show. Like, you got to come on because we got to pay people. We got to pay. We don't have a space, so we inside of somebody's space. So you got to pay for that. Like, we got to pay pops. We got to do a lot of stuff. So in order to be able for us to grow, you got to pay. You got to pay to play.
Exactly. And it's okay. You know what I'm saying? And the ones that get upset, hey,
we wish you the best. Like, that's all I could do. Like, I'll see you on the other side.
Wish you the best. And, hey, when I get up to that line, that's up. Hey, how you doing?
So, this is the conclusion. It's the ending of the Tea of the Future Millionaires. We'll be back in 2 weeks.
Future Millionaires.
You can come get rich with us. You gon' eat or you gon' starve.